Students will wait for another 2 minutes. Then I'll start the webinar. The other participants are joining. Good morning, students. Welcome to today's webinar. The today's webinar topic is emotional intelligence at workplace. So I'm absolutely delighted to see you all here ready to embark on this learning journey together. For those who may not know me, my name is Ruhi Sheikh and I am a mentor at GTT Foundation. I have been passionately helping and guiding whose expertise and insights will guide us through this webinar. So, Nikita, I welcome you to today's webinar. And before,
Thank you so much, Rui. Thank you for this. And give me a minute. I'm just figuring out to put my camera on. I'll be right there.
yes, yes,
What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and let's start with a small activity. I want the energy high because the topic is that important for us to understand what it is. So, on this slide, what I want you people to do is you are going to guess the emotions over here. So, I have numbered the images. What you can do is write the number in the chat box, and according to you, what is the emotion that person is expressing. So, it's a small activity. Again, I'll explain. We have given numbers to each emotion, each face you can see. For example, they're 1 to 12. You can write the number in the chat box and what you feel that person is doing or expressing to you. For example, maybe I feel the sixth person is being notorious. Or I'll give you one more example. Maybe the eighth person is feeling sick today. So can you write in the chat box according to you, what do you think? What does emotions are? Yes. Rui, they can access the chat box, right? Yes. Okay, someone
yes,
is saying 11 is looking beautiful. Thank you, Priyanshu. I'll give you another 2, 3 minutes to guess. The one is happy, right? Very true. The one is happy. So we have to be happy. It's a weekend. Let's stick to number one. See, all my counselors are also laughing immediately. Right. Yes, any more guesses? Faisal is typing something. Let's wait for a minute. Blushing? Oh my God, okay. The second one is blushing. Great. Priyanka, you have written 8, but what do you think 8 is doing? What is it expressing to you? Okay, let me go back to the screen again. I'll now show you what these emotions or what these people are expressing you all. So someone is excited, someone is proud, someone is angry, happy, scared, silly, disappointed, sick. Confused? Yes, the ninth one is really looking confused. I don't know why. And the 10th one is shy. 11th one is loving something. I think she is all set for the weekend. And the 12th one is bit nervous. No problem. What do you all think? What all this are? All this different reactions which you have seen. What are these reactions according to you all? Yes, any guesses what these reactions are? Emotions? Okay. I hope you people have said it not from the title of the webinar, but you really got it that these are emotions. Yes, Priyanka, the eighth one is sick. I know. So, very right. These are emotions, and emotions are something which all of us have. It's always a mixture when we say emotions. कभी किसी को नहीं अच्छा लगता है, कभी किसी को बहुत अच्छा लगता है. Each person, irrespective of the age, irrespective of the profession, irrespective of where they are in this world, they feel different emotions. And it's natural to feel any kind of emotions in your entire day. If you are working, it's okay. If you're a student, still it's okay. Every person go through different emotions and different phase of their life. Now, again, on this slide, we can see some images showing again some emotions to us. Some are happy, some are very sad. Especially the fourth one in the first row, I really can't guess what he is expressing us. Something very weird, I guess. But all this together is called emotional intelligence. And no doubt today's topic is all about emotional intelligence at workplace. We are briefly going to understand what are emotions, how we can balance them, why it's important to balance. These three things we are going to understand in today's webinar. When we say emotional intelligence at workplace, definitely all the examples and videos are somewhere related to workplace, but we should not forget that our personal life and our professional life goes hand in hand, because it's one person who is dealing with two different lives. So today, if you are a fresher or you're working, whatever it is, even if you're going to a college somewhere, it's your professional life only. Even if all of you are student, don't think that hum to kaam nahi karte. That's okay. Your emotions are same because the person within you is same, who is living different lives at different time. When I go to office, I am wearing a hat of my professional life. When I am at home, maybe I'm wearing a hat of a wife, of a daughter, of a sister, of a helping hand, and so forth. So all these emotionals are important in each phase of your life throughout the day. This is called as emotional intelligence, or just for the knowledge, this is also called as an EI or EQ. This is just a short form. So don't get confused at all कि ये EQ क्या होता है. Nothing else, just an emotional quotient or emotional intelligence. Meaning उसका same है. Everything related to your emotions. What is emotional intelligence? Now, when I put two words together, let's understand आज हमारे webinar का जो topic है, उसका मतलब क्या है? Let's first understand that thing. So, emotional intelligence, when you put two words together, it is nothing but an ability to understand and manage your own emotions and the people around you. So please understand, I'm keeping two things together. It's an ability. What is an ability? Something you can do. So when you can manage, you can understand your and the person around you emotions. It's very important. For example, right now, when I said, oh, it's a weekend, and both my counselors got a nice big smile from this year to that year. So I was appreciating their emotions. I could understand their emotions because I could see they were smiling. So I was not only taking care of my emotions, but I was on the same page. I was at the same time taking care of their emotions. Why? Because three of us together are going to run this webinar. It's important for us to get this webinar and you people understand what we are trying to convey you. So what I'm doing over here, I am managing my emotions as well as my team or the people I'm working with, their emotions. And it's equally important. So do you have any question? What is EQ? If you have a question on this slide, please write it in the chat box. Let's get solved with this and then move ahead. Priyanshu, your mentoring question, Ruhi and Rajashri will come back to you. So if you have any questions on mentoring, give us some time. Put your questions aside on that topic. We will complete this webinar and again, both of them will go back to the mentoring and your questions. But apart from that, do you have any question on in understanding what is EQ? I hope I'm very clear over here. When I'm saying an ability to manage, I'm nowhere saying you should have the ability to manage only your emotions. You should have the ability to manage people around you also. How? I'm going to tell you that when we come to the next topic, next subtopic. But if you have a question, put it in the chat box. Sarika is saying yes, ma'am. Thank you, Sarika, for acknowledging it. Okay, if there are no doubts, let's move on. You can ask your doubt later on also. Okay, so the next slide is full of pictures, and I can see a baby, and I can see entirely a phase of a person when, since the time the person is born, till the time the person is again a baby stage. That's not a baby stage, but definitely somewhere it is, right? Our grandparents are like our babies to us sometimes. So, these are different stages of our life cycle. Now, my intention of showing you this different phases of life cycle is again the same thing, that emotional intelligence or managing emotions, getting emotions or having emotions at every phase of life is normal. When I get angry or when I get happy, people ask me, why are you angry? Why are you happy? It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be angry also. There is nothing abnormal in it, or there is nothing you need to hide from people. Definitely, we will be talking on this when we talk about emotional intelligence at workplace. Don't forget, our motto is at workplace today, but we are trying to understand the overall globe. So, when people express their emotions, it's okay. Please don't judge them on that, or please don't conclude how they are. When you feel like introducing your emotions or sharing your emotions to someone, we have to be very careful in each phase of our life. It's okay to get emotions at each phase, from a baby till the time you are into your 60s, 70s, and 80s. But when you express your emotions, we have to be a bit careful, because at your workplace, definitely that's not the right place to express your emotions. The way you express it to your parents, the way you express it to your family members, and the way you express it to maybe your best friends. So when we say emotions, we need to know where to express and whom to express. This plays a important role. And take it or leave it, we live in a society where people are judgmental to us. So when we are working, when we are into a professional life, and always remember, I always say one thing which I'm very firm on. A student, when you go to your college life also, that is also somewhere your professional life only, because you're learning, you're performing, you're doing your projects, you're submitting your assessments. So in a way, you're working only. Maybe you're just not getting paid to it, but it's like an internship. You learn, you work, you learn, you work. You study, you submit your assessments, you give your exams. So it's a professional life only somewhere. So always we have to be very careful when we express our emotions. Now, when I'm saying at your workplace, you have to be careful. Some of you might think, अच्छा, तो काम पे हम किसको बताएं हमारे emotions? Emotions तो कभी भी आ सकते हैं, right? Very true. Emotions can come to you at any time of the day. Anyone says anything to you. Maybe I'm working on a file and my senior or my colleague is not okay with what work I have done. They might just say something and I might feel bad. Or vice versa, it is my best day of the week and I've performed the best. The manager is appraising me for it. And I'm very happy. So, what has happened? People around me are encouraging or letting me know or controlling my emotions. But we have to be very smart, and that's the reason this webinar is for you all. Then, how you can be smart, and what are the ways when you don't have to express at certain places, but be very intelligent in expressing them also. So, we will be coming to that point, but this slide clearly says that every phase emotions are normal and they are acceptable. So, accept your own emotions and emotions of people around you also. When any friend of you might just call you or might just tell you, oh, I'm feeling like crying today. Oh, I'm feeling down today. It's not the best day. It's okay. Your life is best. Your day is not. It's okay. You can change the next day, but we have to move on accepting our emotions and other emotions as well. Okay. What you people think this picture is all about? Can you tell me in the image? What is this picture? What do you think? What is this happening? They are just rolling around, I guess, all shapes together. Can you tell me in the chat box? Someone is typing something. Let's see. Yes, I can see 17 people have joined. Let's say 15. I want you people to be interactive. Chat box is all for you people. You can raise your hand. What do you think this picture is all about? What is the first thing which is coming to your mind looking at this picture? Yes? No answers? Am I going to get any answers? Someone is saying balancing emotions. Okay, someone is right. I think you've seen my PPT before, or what? Situations will balance emotions. It's all about balancing the emotions. Very right. Very true and very correct. So keep typing your answers. I'll read them. But definitely, this slide says balancing your emotions, which is very, very, very important. So, first of all, till now, we have seen what is EQ or EI, that is emotional intelligence or emotional quotient. It is nothing but an ability to accept your emotions, not only yours, but people around you. Then we have seen that any phase of the life you are, it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to get emotions, even at your workplace. नेक्स्ट वी आर लुकिंग एट बैलेंसिंग योर इमोशंस नाउ मैं कभी खुश हो जाती हूँ कभी सैड हो जाती हूँ कभी एक्साइट हो जाती हूँ बट आई नीड टू नो हाउ टू balance my emotions. On this basis, I'm going to show you a video and then we will be quickly moving on to the next slide. So let me share the video with you all. Give me a minute. I'll play the video and then I'll mute after a second if you cannot hear the voice because the video has a voice. So you have to hear and you have to see. So anyone is missing, you can let me know. Okay, all of you can hear and see. Rui, you can see, hear. Rajeshri?
Yes, I can see the video.
Okay, great. So let's assume that everyone can see and move ahead. See this video very carefully. We're going to discuss on this video ahead then.
The voice of the video is not coming.
Sorry, you're saying something, Rajeshri?
Yes. The voice is not audible of that video.
Voice is not audible. You can't hear anything.
Nothing. I can't hear it.
Okay. Ruhi, same is the case with you. Not able to hear. Someone has written in the chat box also.
Yes, Nikita.
Okay.
Yes.
Give me a minute. I'll
Yes,
stop
yes.
sharing. Let me see why
Yes.
you people can't hear it.
Okay.
Okay. I have changed a setting. Let me share back and see if you people can hear. I'm taking it all the way back.
Yes.
You can hear now?
Yes.
Rajeshri saying yes. Okay,
Yes.
great. Let's move ahead then. I'll play it from first.
Listen to what they've got to say and manage them effectively. People with lots of EI recognize their own emotions and can identify them in others. This allows them to discern between different feelings, adjust their inner states, and communicate better. Perhaps the most relevant model of emotional intelligence was developed by the psychologists John Mayer and Peter Salovey, who defined it in 1990 as the sum of four skills: perceiving, using, understanding, and managing emotions. Perceiving emotions is our ability to detect them in faces, pictures, and voices, including in ourselves. It's the foundation of emotional intelligence and makes all other processing of sentimental information possible. Using emotions is the ability to align our hearts with our heads. People who are emotionally intelligent can perceive their changing moods and as a result may change what they do to channel their feelings effectively. Understanding emotions is our ability to comprehend the complex relationships between feelings. It involves recognizing and describing how moods evolve and change over time. Managing emotions is the ability to regulate feelings in ourselves and in others. People who are good at that can control their sentiments, manage their moods, and are able to influence the emotions of others. While some people seem to be naturally gifted with all four abilities, others have to work hard on every single one of them. The good news is, most of us can improve our EI through mindfulness, exercises, therapy, and education, and it seems it's worth the effort. Higher emotional intelligence often correlates with higher academic and professional success. This is because our emotions and the way we manage them impact directly on our brain's ability to listen and learn. As Peter Salovey concluded, people in good moods are better at inductive reasoning and creative problem solving. So what do you think? Is emotional intelligence something we can and should try to teach in schools? And if so, how? Tell us your thoughts and experiences of improving your own EI in the comments below.
Okay, so let me go back to my PPT. Give me a second. Now, about this video. Can you people write in the chat box at least one word you understood from this video or you feel was important? Yes, can you people write one word? Any one word. What do you think this video has told you? Okay, so you people keep writing your answers again. What do you think the video was all about? But before that, let me go to the next slide and tell you what was the video all about. This video basically has explained four pillars of emotional intelligence. Now, when we say that we have to balance our emotions, especially in our workplace, we need to know or understand these four different phases, which are very simple. If you understand, if you can see my screen in that circle is like a pizza and that has been divided into four parts. Let's see. That four parts of the pizza says the first is self awareness. मतलब मेरे खुद के बारे में जानना. Self awareness. Know your own emotions is the first stage. It simply means that you should know yourself. You should ask yourself what makes you happy. Maybe, for example, a cup of ice cream makes me happy. But if someone is going to give me a glass of milk, I was like, no, please keep it away. So I know what makes me happy. This was small example of my day-to-day life, but each one of us should give at least 5 minutes and ask ourselves, maybe post this webinar, that what makes me happy? What makes me sad? What is my awareness about myself? Because right now we are talking about your own emotions. We are not talking about people emotion or people around you. We are talking about your emotions. And for that, self-awareness is the right key. The next slice of the pizza says self-management. That is, manage your emotions or motivate yourself. Why this is important? Always remember, especially in your professional life, you are the only one who can put yourself together. What does that mean? So my manager maybe has said, this is not what I was expecting, and this has ruined my day. My emotions are at high level now. I'm feeling very sad. I'm feeling like going home. I'm not feeling like working. I'm feeling like people around me are so rude. Why do I even work here? Why am I here? It's okay. All of us go through this, all emotions, one or the other day in our workplace. But how do you manage yourself is very important. So as soon as I start feeling all of this, do I go back to my workstation and start fighting to people? I start throwing around. I throw my phone, closed my laptop, I pull my chair very rudely, I sit down on my chair. If someone is trying to ask me, are you okay? I'm being very rude, please go away. I don't want to talk to you. I'm not in the mood. Go off. Not now, tomorrow, please not today. No, then I am not able to manage myself. Why? Because there is no awareness. And can awareness be always with you? Not necessary. Maybe when I start my day, I am all set with my cup of coffee or my tea to start my day and plan out my entire Monday very nicely. And then something happens and my day has gone on a toss. But at that time, when that awareness was not there, that my day can just change 360-degree, I need to know my management. How am I going to control my emotions? Even if my manager, even if my colleague, even if anyone around me has said something, told me something, which I'm not able to accept it. The problem is that we are not accepting it. We are not able to control our emotions. So we should know how to control them. Maybe I'll go to the washroom, I'll take 5 minutes, I'll tell my manager I need 5 minutes for myself. I'll go down for a walk, I'll step out for 5 minutes, I'll go and have a juice or something and come back, or I'll just have a cup of coffee and give myself some time. Why that is important? Because I'm managing myself. I am motivating myself. So what I do is if something goes around the table in my office and I'm not able to manage my emotions, will I sit there and trouble people around me, react to them, or I'll just go and cry? No. All of this, I am feeling like doing it. Let's be very frank with each other. We are humans. We will feel all these emotions. But maybe on the other side, I'm very happy. My manager has appreciated me. I've got an award and I'm just overwhelmed. I'm very happy. I'm at the top world today. But one of my colleague has been going through a rough patch. So will I just express myself to the next level? Hey, look at this, what I got from my manager. Look at this mail. Will I be so expressive? No. So what I'm trying to tell you people over here is when I say self-management, be it an positive emotion or be it a negative emotion, you need to know how to manage yourself. You're happy, go and telling everyone again and again the same thing, a wrong thing you're doing. You're sad, throwing tantrums at people around you, a very wrong thing you're doing. But always remember, when you're sad in self management, one point says how to motivate yourself. So if I'm feeling down and my day is not going according to what I wanted, I just take a cup of coffee and I give myself 5 minutes all alone. I put my headphones on, I go for a music which I like, and I take that 5 minutes for myself. I understand what has gone wrong. And when I understand what has gone wrong, I come to the next stage that is relationship management. Why is this important? Just because something went wrong and our emotions are high and low, or the people emotions are high and low around me, can I quit my job? Can I quit my college and just go in the house and sit in one room and say, people are very rude in this world. I am not able to handle. I'm going to just be in this room. No, we can't do that. We are social animals. It's always said humans are social animals. We need people around us most of the time. So we need to have relationship management. That is managing other emotions. How are you going to do this? Whatever is your emotion, if you have managed yourself on not being too expressive to others, people won't react to that only. For example, my file was not up to the mark. I got the scolding from my manager. He just scolded me, or let's say he just informed me he's not happy with my work. I came back to my workstation and I have not reacted in any way. I am just sitting down there doing my work, or as I said, I've taken my coffee, I've put on my headphones, and I've just started doing my work. Will anyone come and react to me? Yes, there might be some people around you might come and ask you, क्या हुआ meeting में? What's went wrong? What your manager said? Oh, you got a scolding? Because people are always interested in others' life. But over here, you managing yourself is important. How you express yourself, how you balance your emotions. So how will you do that? Might be you can just say that we just had a conversation, nothing else. See, as she has just suggested me certain things which I need to work on, and I would like not to share those. So, how you react in a way you are managing how person will react to you back. Because if I go back to my workstation and started throwing tantrums, I'm closing my laptop, I'm pulling my chair, I started gossiping the person sitting next to me, that person is again going to react to what I'm saying. Maybe I'm telling my colleague, our manager is like this only. She keeps giving us work. He keeps telling me, I'm not happy with your work always. Then that person is obviously going to react. That person is going to add on 10 sentences to how you're feeling. So ultimately, again, your emotions are on the toss. So we have to not do this. And then the fourth is social awareness. That is recognize and understand other people emotions also. Now over here, when you are reacting or you are sharing your emotions, if someone is sharing their emotions with you also, you need to control them. You need to have an awareness about it. That if you have given an action to someone, there will be a reaction equal to it. If I'm going to share something to you, you are going to react. It's a human tendency. So these are the four pillars where it first basically start with your own awareness, then your management, then your relationships around, and then your social awareness. In your social awareness, always remember respect other emotions also. You know at your workplace that some of your colleague has been going through a rough patch, or the manager has really told him something which he or she needs to improve. There is no need to go and ask that person the same thing again and again. Give that person some space, give that person some time to absorb what has happened. Am I clear with this? Let me come back to the screen and ask you people. If you have any doubt, please let me know in the chat box. Okay, Samir is saying no, ma'am. Basically, this were the four stages we just came to know when we say when we need to understand our and people around us, definitely, because emotions go hand in hand. You have explained it in a good way. Thank you. Thank you, Samir. Thank you so much. I liked it that you understood what we are trying to convey you. Okay, great. Any doubts? Still, you people have time. I'm here only to solve. Let's go to the next slide and see what's the next slide. I'm going to end the webinar with an amazing video. You people are going to love that video. So stay tuned. Don't just vanish off. Three of us are going to take care of your timing. So we are going to end on time. Weekend is yet to start because for us. Okay, the last slide, which is very important again. Let's recall what we have learned. Why it is important again. We have just spoken about it, but once more time. The way you can see this, ladies, managing your emotions, no gender biasness, ladies and gents, all of them are amazing when it comes to managing your emotions. Gone are those days, when ladies used to manage, even the gents are not the less. They manage their emotions equally well. But purposely over here, I've said a lady because even if you are a lady or a gent, it's okay to have emotions. It's okay to express them. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay. It's amazing to feel happy, rather. But we have to balance them, especially when we say work life balance in your workplace. You need to know how to balance it. I'm going to give you two, three tips how you can do that. First tip, already I have given you. And remember, these tips can be utilized not only on professional life, but in your personal life as well. Especially, rather, I believe managing your emotions sometimes in your personal life is more important, because at workplace when we share our emotions or we react, after a point there is an automatic full stop given to that conversation. But in your personal life, the full stop is not there. It's only a comma and the conversation goes on and on and on. So every weekend I tell my sister, please let's not express each other because we can't ruin our weekends. Let's just enjoy. You do what you feel, I'll do what I feel. So in your personal life, balancing your emotions is more important than your professional life. But remember, people are judging you more at your professional life, not in your personal life. So there has to be a balance always, wherever you are in the situation. How you can balance? Let's come up with very simple tips. First tip I've told you, do what you like to do, but it has to be manageable. Once I had given this suggestion to someone, and that person came up and told me, today I'm feeling very emotionally low, ma'am. I was like, okay, so what do you want to do? Ma'am, I want to go on a Goa trip. I do that when I feel sad. I was like, it doesn't mean you go to Goa when you feel sad. No. So you do what is feasible to you around your environment. You can't come up and say in your workplace that you are having a bad day, I need a half day, I'm going home. No, that's not the right way of doing it. So even if you are ups and downs, do what is visible to you in your environment. So what is visible for each one of us at our workplace? First of all, maybe listen to some music for some time, only 10 minutes, not more than that. It doesn't mean you go on listening it for an hour till the time you have hold yourself back. You're up to the mark. Okay, let me think of it once I'm back at home. Right now, I'm at the workplace. So listen to music for some time if you feel like. Have a cup of coffee or tea, whatever makes you comfortable. Or else, the third tips work for me the best. What I do is I take a blank paper. I sit down at my workstation. Even if people are there who will be peeping in what I'm writing in my blank page. So if you don't want, don't take a blank page, because offices are a place where you even look back and people like, "Piche kyun dekh rahi ho?" So we have to be that careful at our workplaces. So just take the diary you normally write your notes in. Take a blank page which you can tear. Whatever you're feeling, you have to note it down. Once you've note, read that. Okay, this is what I'm feeling. I'm going to figure out how, write a reason how you're going to figure out this. For example, my manager has told me this. This is the third time he's telling me the same thing, and I'm feeling very sad. How I'm going to do it? I'm going to talk to my manager on this. I need to understand his or her view, that why I'm going wrong and how I can rectify it, how I can make it correct. So write it on a piece of paper. But again, important is holding your emotions. Nothing is working on, go to the washroom. You're feeling like crying, we're not going to cry on the workstation. We are going to pick up ourselves and hold ourselves and go to the washroom. Sit there for 10-20 minutes, because your even face expression shouldn't say that you were emotionally down. Same goes. If you're feeling very happy, you are expecting some results, you are expecting a promotion, you got those. It's okay. Don't be so excited in your emotionals that you're just around everywhere. You're being so happy. Think of people around who are going through different phases of the life. So, whatever your emotions, a balance has to be there. And I have told you 2-3 tips how you can do that. Always remember, your colleagues are your colleagues, even if they are your best friends, but they are colleagues at your workstation. Outside your workstation, they are your maybe the most amazing person you know on the earth. But in your office, they are your colleagues. When we say emotions, we have to also remember one thing. If we are talking about ourselves and balancing our emotions, it's equally important to respect other emotions as well. If someone is emotionally down, not happy, too happy, it's okay to be a part of their journey, but never make a joke of that journey at all, because you never know when the table will turn and you will be sitting at that person's place. So respect others' emotions and control your emotions. Now, if you people let me come back to the screen, because this slides are over, I'll just share one thing. You people might ask that constantly I'm saying one thing, control your emotions. Control your emotions. How? It will come with experience. Start doing at smaller stage. It's not that today you've learned this webinar for 40 minutes and from tomorrow you will be all set to control your emotions. And when I'm saying controlling, please don't take the other side of it that हमें तो express ही नहीं करना है अब किसी को. No. I'm saying controlling your emotions at the right place. That is your workplace. What does this webinar is all about? At your home, you're different. At your workplace, you're wearing a completely different professional hat, which has to be there. People are judging you. So at your workplace, we need to know how to control them, which we have understood how we can do it in 2-3 tips. Now I'm going to end the webinar with a beautiful animated video. After that video, we'll just recall in a minute that what we have learned, and then I'll give it all over to Rui and Rajesh. Before that, let's go and see this beautiful animated video. But give me a second. Second, it's not playing. Let me figure out why. Oh yes, right, here it is. Now let me share the screen again. Okay, again, the video has an audio also, so you people need to hear also. If you cannot hear, please let me know. You people can hear Rajeshri, Ruhi? Yes?
No, no, it's not audible actually.
You can hear, right?
No, no, I can't hear it.
Okay, I'm assuming that you people can hear.
Emotions are often feared and avoided because they are so painful. So why focus on emotions? Because emotions give you important information and tell you whether things are going your way. Emotions help you to survive by providing an efficient, automatic way of responding rapidly to important situations. Emotions help you to relate to other people and the expectations and demands of life. Emotions tell you what you need. When you know what you need, you can take action to meet those needs. Emotions also communicate what you feel. You learn your emotional reactions through experience. All your negative experiences can turn into a big, black, and scary feeling inside. You learned many of your emotional reactions long ago. Your black shadow will therefore sometimes resemble a person who hurt you in the past. But your emotional experience and reactions can always be changed or altered. First, you need to know something about what your emotions are. You have different basic emotions, some of which arouse you and some that calm you down. These are shame, fear, sadness, anger, disgust, happiness, and surprise or interest. You have more unpleasant emotions than pleasant ones. That means you often suffer quite a lot, but that's because the unpleasant emotions help you survive. Feelings also tend to be more unpleasant if you fight them. If you allow them to be there, they become less unpleasant. You can experience and express many different feelings, like feeling hopeless, irritated, anxious, excited, lonely, embarrassed, suspicious, content, and so on. These feelings all arise from your basic emotions. For instance, feeling suspicious springs from fear, and feeling lonely springs from sadness. And then it gets complicated. Emotions do not always provide you and your surroundings with good information. Sometimes you fake emotions to get what you want. Other times you cover up your real emotions with other emotions. If you act like this, when you really feel like this, and your need is compassion and comfort, you will instead drive people away. If you or someone around you is supportive, patient, and curious enough to try to understand you, you might realize that you are sad and then get what you need to heal your painful emotion. At other times again, your real emotions are messed up and make a lot of trouble for you. If you were scared a lot when you were a child, you might grow up having a core feeling of being afraid. You might overprotect yourself so that no one can hurt you ever again. Everyone who was hurt badly as a child has a deep need to feel safe and a desire for someone to love them and connect with them. And heavy protection doesn't give you this. You can tell or show someone you trust that you are afraid. You can welcome the feeling of being afraid and listen to it, instead of ignoring it and covering it up. And the fear will then become more manageable. You can also change fear by means of self-compassion and assertive anger. You can stand up for yourself without driving people away. You can handle criticism, even if it hurts. You can take the chance and let people in, even if you're afraid of getting hurt again. You feel and function better when you're aware of and deal with your real emotions, even if they're painful. Your real emotions help you to get what you really need, both from yourself and others. You feel and function better when your real emotions are fresh and new, instead of stuck old feelings. You can trust your emotions if doing so gives you what you need. Stuck and misguiding emotions can change if you learn to attend to your emotions, are curious and patient with your own emotions, talk about and show your real emotions, learn to accept having different emotions, and change emotions with emotions. And all of this is easier to do with the empathy and support of another person.
Hey. So what all do you think? How was the video? So it simply says we should express and we can always share our emotions with other people around us, but not at the workplace. In your personal life, definitely you can do that. Someone is asking in the chat box how to control oversharing of our emotions. How you can control, first of all, I would say let's not control sharing our emotions, because when we start doing that, we get used to it, and it's a very bad thing for us, for our mental health, if we stop sharing with people around how we are feeling, because emotions are our feeling. So you should share your emotions, but you should share it with the right person. So as I said, even if you have a colleague who is a really good friend of yours, always remember that good friend of yours who is a colleague is a friend outside the office. So share the emotions outside the office, not in the office time, because as we always say, even the wall listens to us. So there are 10 people sitting around to you who are judging you. Maybe your best friend is not, but there are people around you. And then when you will share in reaction, they will also react to it. So do not control your emotions, share your emotions to others. And to the other side of it, to answering what you've asked me, how you can control. If you don't want to share it with a person, as I said, you can write it down, you can journal, start writing, journaling your thoughts. So you can read about journaling art. It's an art. Journal मतलब basically एक book ले लो और उसमें आपको रोज क्या लगता है, what do you feel, how was your day, what were the good, bad. You can write it down in that book, and that can be your journal. So at the end of the day, you are emptying your mind somewhere. Instead of a person, you are doing it in a diary for yourself. So that diary is called as journal, and that act is called as journaling. This is one of the way of controlling your emotions, of not expressing to others, because there are people also around. When you feel that you share your emotions with your best friend also, or maybe your parents, your family, and they also start judging you, you might feel that okay, people are really judgmental about me even for the smallest thing. It's okay, write it down in your diary. Your diary is not going to judge you. The diary is just going to listen to you and hear to you. So you'll feel nice. Any more questions related to all about emotional intelligence, especially at your workplace? Any question from you all? Akanksha was saying it's nice. Thank you, Akanksha. Thank you so much. We'll wait for 2 minutes. If you people have any question, please write it down in the chat box. I hope you people have understood what is emotional intelligence, how you can control it, that is balance it, control, balance, it's all one and the same. Why it's important to balance it at your workplace, and what are the ways you can, how you can balance your emotions. And then we have seen two beautiful videos also. The first video has told us about the four things, that how the four pillars can help us, and the second video have told us that it's okay to have emotions and it's okay to express them. Yes, any questions, please write it down. We'll wait for 1 more minute for questions. Manisha has written something. I'll just read it out. I would take a minute and thank you so much, Ruhi ma'am. Thank you, Ruhi. You are being appreciated. That's really great. You're the best. Yesterday, you guided me regarding my challenges and you have advised me to join the webinar. It was very helpful. Thank you, Nikita ma'am. Thank you so much. And now I'll join every webinar. Great, Manisha. I'm happy that you've expressed yourself. As Manisha has written her feedback or her testimonial, in other words, definitely the people who are joining are there in this webinar. Please take the advantage the way Manisha is being helpful today or has been helped by Rui. We have other our counselors also, like Rajeshri is here. They are very helpful people. Please take the advantage of this. Whatever problems, questions, queries, difficulties you have, please come up to them. And Manisha and every one of all the participants over here, I would request all of you to please spread the word around, to tell your friends to join those webinars where we try to come up with smaller topics in our day-to-day life and try to give you some examples and make you upskill you on this. So our motto is to upskill you by hand-holding you with our amazing talented counselors which we have in Global Talent Track. So thank you, Manisha. Any questions related to today's topic? Yes, any questions? All our webinars are on Saturdays at the same time. 11 to 12:30 is what we have given a slot. So please spread the word around, join our webinars. You have any questions, you can always ask our counselors what this question is and how you will learn from the webinars. Yes. Okay, a minute more before I hand it over to Ruhi and Rajeshri. What I would suggest all of you, the people who have joined here for today's webinar, after this webinar, once your weekend is done, how you felt on this weekend after this webinar. So by the end of the Sunday evening, late evening, maybe 8 or 9 before you go to your bed, take a piece of paper and jot down how you felt and just ask yourself, are you feeling better by writing that piece of paper about your emotions? I'm sure it will be altogether a different feeling. Why? I'll tell you why I'm requesting you all to do this. When I was being suggested by my mentor to do this, I used to feel, yeah, kya hi likhna hai us paper pe? It's okay, I don't want to write it. But one day when there was no one around and I wanted to express myself, how was my day, my professional and personal at the end of the day, I just took a diary and I wrote, and I can't tell you how I felt. Even today, only that diary knows what I've written in it, and I was able to express myself. So, as I said, please don't control your emotions. Please take care of your emotional intelligence, that is, your emotions and your feelings all together. So, do this activity. Maybe you can get back to Ruhi and Rajeshri and tell them how you felt after doing this activity. Okay, so I'm assuming there are no questions, and I'll hand it over to Ruhi and Rajeshri, and they will again help you if you have any questions related to mentoring. All over to you, Ruhi and Rajeshri, and thank you so much for this opportunity for giving me this amazing crowd and this topic as.
Okay. First of all, thank you so much,
So,
Nikita,
Ruhi, I
for
can't
hand.
hear you. Is that with everyone or Rajeshri? Can you hear her?
I can hear
You can
her.
hear her? Okay, then go ahead.
Yes.
I can't hear. I don't know. Please go ahead.
Can you hear me right now?
Yes.
Now I'm audible?
I'm wondering why I can't hear both of you. Are you people talking to me?
Yes.
Yes, yes. I
I
think
can't
there
hear
is a
anything.
network issue.
I can see the lip sync only. I don't know. Till
Okay.
now I was able to hear.
Okay, just a moment.
If
See, now
anything
I'm audible.
important which you want to convey, maybe put it in the chat box or something. I can't hear you too.
Okay.
I'm happy, but the webinar went well before I could figure out this that why I can't hear you.
I just wanted to thank you.
I'm feeling like three of us are playing Damsharas. I really can't hear because. Okay, so people please give us 2 minutes. Thank you, Nikita, for the webinar. Thank you, Rui. Thank you so much. All over to you, both of you.
Yes, yes. So, students, I think I'm clearly audible to you all. So, I'll be floating down the attendance link and the feedback link. So, you can just give us the feedback that how was the webinar, how much it was helpful for you. Okay. And in that feedback link we are going to provide you in senior counseling column also. So if you students have any question, you need any senior counseling, okay, so you can just message in that feedback. Okay, you can write the timing and the topic. Okay, so we'll give you we'll arrange a session for you that can be helpful for you. Okay, and if you want to give any suggestion regarding the webinar topics, so you can tell me. Okay, and like I'll be waiting for more 5 minutes. If you have any question regarding the webinar, regarding the mentoring program, so you can just tell me. I'll definitely help you and I'll answer each and every question for you. Okay, so I'll be waiting for more 5 minutes.
I would request all of you to please give us the feedback. These feedbacks are important for us to understand that what are your expectations as participants, because you people play a major role in this webinars. So it's very important for us to understand if you have any kind of a feedback. So please take the attendance link as well as the feedback form. So it's important we get this data to help you and serve you better in the next webinars. Thank you, Shivram. So we will come up with such topics more. Stay tuned. Do join every Saturday. Thank you, Kangsha, from all three of us. Thank you so much. All of you, please make sure you people are filling the feedback form and the attendance link. It's very important for our counselors that you fill up these links.
So we'll wait for more 2 minutes. If you guys have any question, okay, then you can ask. Then we, or otherwise we'll end the meeting.
So, Ruhi, Rajeshri, can I take a leave? Yes?
Yes,
Okay,
you can.
done.
Yes, yes.
So thank you
Thank you.
everyone once again. I'll see you all in the next webinar also whenever I'm going to take up. But please do join the next webinars. We have some amazing trainers with Global Talent Act, and we see to it that every time we come up with a topic, an expert is only taking this webinars. So please do join the next webinars also. Happy weekend to you all. Thank you, and happy weekend to Rui and Rajeshri also. Thank you for this
Thank you.
amazing webinar.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
So thank you so much, student, for attending the webinar. And we should end this meeting right now. And happy weekend, Rajeshri, and thank you for supporting.
Yes, thank you so much, Ruhi, and happy weekend, Ruhi, to you and all
Yeah.
the peoples.
Bye.
Bye bye.